Asus ZenBook Pro UX501 Review. Design. The ZenBook series has charms of its own, though. Few companies manage to show off the metal in their laptops as clearly as Asus without seeming brazen about it. You get a spun metal finish on the lid of the UX501, which is basically brushed aluminum, but where the brushed effect winds around in a circle. And the circle theme returns inside, with little dots arranged in a circle around each end of the top part of the keyboard. These little flourishes are kind of important because they help the Asus ZenBook Pro UX501 avoid seeming like too much of a MacBook clone. Saying Laptop X looks like MacBook is a quasi-insult way past its sell-by date, but the UX501 looks a lot more like one than a Dell XPS 15, doesn't it? It's all aluminum aside from the screen and keyboard keys, and proud of it too. The UX501 looks and feels expensive. However, it slips into a semi-portable class given the weight. If you want something to lug around with you every day, its 2.2 kilograms mass and shoulder bag bow guarding frame aren't ideal. A 13-14-inch laptop might be a better option. And if you must have a full-size 15.6-inch model, the Dell XPS 15 really moves things forwards with a screen surround narrower than your pinky's fingernail, making the whole frame smaller. It's only 10% lighter than this Asus, but feels more manageable overall. Screen. You also get a touch screen. It can feel like manufacturers are floundering on this point, not quite sure whether people want them or not, particularly with larger laptops. On the positive side, hey, you get a touch screen, and thanks to Windows 10 that doesn't feel like a universally superfluous thing. If nothing else, it can be the quickest way to pass through the login screen, or tap a link in an article you're reading. A touch LED display design also means the Asus ZenBook Pro UX501 has a totally flat display surface that extends to the surround. However, the touch screen also has a hand in proving there's more than one way to spoil a screen's contrast. When people talk about contrast in LCD TVs, it's normally to do with how low the backlight can appear. A screen with raised blacks is going to make dark scenes in movies and games look gray and awful. Performance. The review ZenBook we're looking at has an Intel i7-6700HQ CPU and 12GB RAM. This is about as powerful a CPU as you'll find in a stylish laptop like this right now. First, it's of the latest Skylake generation, and it's a quad-core processor rather than the dual-core kind you'll find on just about all of the most powerful slim and light laptops. If you need your laptop to be able to handle things like video editing, serious Photoshop action, or maybe the music sequencing GarageBand can only dream of, this isn't a bad workstation for the job.